Can you hear now? Yes. It is now, according to my watch, 9:04, and I call this special meeting of the Precinct Committee to order. Harold Howe, Chairman of LD3, will now give the invocation.
A couple days ago, I was reading Psalm 73. I'm not going to do the sermon, so don't panic. But it was very interesting because one of the things it said was, sometimes we can get angry with what we're seeing other people do, but we can always walk in the ways of the Lord. So tempers may raise, but remember, let's continue walking the ways of the Lord. Let's pray. Dear Lord, we want to thank you for bringing us today safely. And Lord, we ask that you be with us. Be with us as we deliberate. Be with us as we go our separate ways. Lord, we want to thank you for the wonderful freedoms you give us in this nation. And Lord, we ask that you be with us, be with this nation, and bless this nation. And Lord, bless these deliberations. We ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Ross, would you lead us in the pledge of allegiance to our flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I just saw somebody walk in that I'm going to ask him to come up and say a few words. Our state chairman, Robert Gray.
Hey, it's good to see your face today. I see you. Hey, so this is an interesting day, right? As we get, from the state party perspective, I'm just going to give you an update of what's happening around the state as a whole. So we've had great PC recruitment in different counties. We're seeing voter registration for Republicans increase. Technology, I've had 2 people since I walked in thank us for the communications that are coming out from the state party and your email. If you're not getting them, let me know, or give me your card or email address today and I'll take it back. But what's happening now is people are focusing on what it takes to build a base and a foundation for an election. Okay, so it's really interesting. I know this is going to be one of these types of meetings where you see people get pretty fired up and believe what they believe, and they're going to fight for the outcome that they want to have, right? I think that's healthy debate, number one. Secondly, the most important thing is to look around and say, where are our commonalities? And this is the biggest challenge. So as a state party, we've been organizing different committees, and we've been invited people that normally don't sit around the table for each other because they don't agree on many different things. But what's happened is it's refreshed ideas. We don't have the people that all say yes and agree to follow each other, so that whole the yes mentality where we're just going to kind of go this far. And so what's happening is that's starting a momentum that's it's real. And you're going to start seeing much more of me and much more of our team down here at Kiva as well, because now we've got the infrastructure built. We've had the good fortune of raising quite a bit of money that's helped us pay off debt and to develop infrastructure and get people on the ground. So we want to be more interactive with you. We talk to different people about having different regional reps and all this kind of stuff. So a lot of good things are happening. Here's the one thing that I want to say before I'll hand the mic back and not take any more of your time, is that the only way we win anything is we win together. You can look at somebody and say, I adamantly disagree with that person. I don't even like that person. But the reality, we're wearing the same jerseys. Okay? And here's the deal. If you look at the progressive left and the movement that's happening across our country, it's not a party movement. It's a form of a bunch of coalitions coming together to get the people elected that will move their agenda this much. There's people like crumb snatchers that are in these coalitions that if they can get a couple crumbs off the plate, then they move their agenda forward, right? Obama was the guy that they said, we can get a couple crumbs from this guy. We can move it forward. Romney, no. Other Republicans, no. But this is it. So what they do is, even when they adamantly disagree with each other in almost everything, they still form coalitions and they win. Look what's happening. How many people have you seen out circulating our neighborhoods on the left lately? I know what's happening here. I get phone calls from people that live here that are saying, do you know what's happening on this street? If we're not canvassing, if we're not talking to our neighbors, if we aren't working together, if we're not shaking it out in a meaningful way, we lose. And if you're not out, we lose. There are counties that are bright red. Guess what they do? All of the above. They call, they write checks, they're canvassing, they're doing voter registration, they're recruiting PCs, and I can tell you that they don't always agree with each other. So here it is. It's one of these things. Civil disagreement is okay. But when you take it to a personal level, you shouldn't do it. Okay? Because it's destructive and not building. Think about history. It's the last thing I'll say is think about history. The people that you respect the most, were they builders or did they break people down? They're builders. They did something fantastic. They brought people together in a way that was meaningful and had good outcomes. So when you see our committees form, say, why the heck is that guy doing? Because we're bringing the team together to share ideas and have the best outcomes for the Republican Party. It's time to build. It's time to win. No more prisoners. We have to fight on the same playing field and have a great outcome. So this is the time. I'll be here for your meeting, and I'll be here after to talk to you. And I'm here because I love the Republican Party. I love the principles that we stand for. I love you. We've been working hard together. A lot of you have sent great emails, and it's been very humbling to receive what I receive from you, so I appreciate it. So anyways, I'm here. Let's win as Republicans. Let's win together. Let's do it this starting today.
I missed a few elected officials. I saw Adam Clausman a minute ago. Our bylaw committee is made up, I think I said that, of Mike Hebert, who's the chairman, Dave Hine, Bob Hancock, and myself as an ex officio member. Linda Barber, are you ready to give us a preliminary credentials report?
I'll get that. Few more minutes.
Few more minutes, okay.
Do you have your extra dollars?
Short term. Give them to the guy.
John,
That guy? I think I'm all.
I speak on behalf of, you want to come and say a few words on behalf of the individuals who are staying? This is going to be an unbelievably important city election. I just saw a sign when I was driving over here that says 1 out of 3 children lives in poverty. For crying out loud, what on earth is the matter with our city council? Why are we not getting any jobs? And so, anyway, way to go, Ben. Thank you, John.
I'm John Holden, I'm in precinct 34, and I'm here on behalf of the Deputy Garcia campaign, which is going to be very, very busy. The campaign has knocked on over 16,000 doors and made over 25,000 telephone calls, and many of those are asking Democrats who have been getting a lot of good feedback from them. Very favorable response, but we still need your help in order to help knock on more doors, make more phone calls. Now, Ben has over 2,000 signs. We have seen a lot of them pop up overnight. Signs that we put in strategic locations around town last night, and probably again tonight, see more there tomorrow. And if you'd like a Ben Bueller Garcia sign in your yard, talk to me after the meeting is over. Like that, we've got about a couple dozen signs in the car like that. You can pick them up and little flyers and put them out in your yard. And we have smaller signs available also through the campaign office. If you have a business and you'd like to show your support, you can talk to me and I'll give you information on that. Ben's been endorsed by a lot of local business owners, people like Joe Higgins and Shelby Hawkins and Paul Higgins. He's also been endorsed by strong Republicans like Doug Ducey, John Munger, and Jonathan Payton, and Allie Miller. And here's the kicker. The Democrats, like John Scott and former Councilor candidate Joe Flores, are behind Ben Bueller Garcia. That is also receiving endorsements from the Tucson Association of Realtors and the Southern Arizona Rural Business.
Quiet so we can hear, please.
Now, the interesting milestone so far, Ben has outraised his direct opponent in Ward 3 by over $10,000. The campaign has walked more, called more, raised more money than any other city council candidates, but that may not be enough. We have a great chance to change the face of the city council by getting Ben Bueller Garcia elected. Now, it's not sit back, be complacent, and lose the opportunity. Ben needs your help. If you can, again, see me after the meeting, I'll have a clipboard, you can sign up as a volunteer. If you want to walk, make phone calls, put up signs, etc., see me after the meeting. Or if you want, go to the website, it's votebendcitywide.com. Votebendcitywide, all one word.com. So I say thank you very much. Let's get Tucson back on board.
Vicky Meany, are you here? Vicky, come on. Remember what John just said? What kind of an election is this, the council? City-wide. That means no matter where you live in the city, you should get out and vote. And just vote for the 2 Republicans and
There's a general plan, Tucson general plan is up for election. Every 10 years, they have to do this general plan in order to get federal money. They can't borrow the dollars, so that'd be one reason to vote no. Another reason to vote no is that if you read it, it's just sickening, liberal. Plus, they want to get rid of Davis Mountain. That's all. I mean, that's all true. So, please, if you can't vote in the city, vote no on the general plan and vote for Ben and Mike.
So it's our job, even if we don't live in the city, to be sure that anybody who lives in the city, that we can be sure that they understand. They're supposed to vote three things. Yes for Ben Garcia, yes for Mike Pollock, and then they're supposed to vote no on this general plan. And those are the three votes. Ballots will go out in October, so that means we have just basically 1 month to really win this election. So if you live in the city, when you get your ballot, the minute you get it, mark it and mail it in. And the reason I say that is that I know in the past, in calling people after the ballots go out, it turns out that people will say, oh yeah, you know, I think I got that, but I laid it somewhere and I can't find it. And that's the kind of thing that's going to happen. So the minute you get your ballot, this is a real simple election about what to do. Get it, mark it up, mail it in. Yeah, I think we're going to be a few minutes yet for our preliminary credentials report. And I don't think Mike Pollock is here. Oh, is he? Mike, are you here? Mike Pollock? Hey, Mike, come up and say a few words.
My name is Mike Pollock, and I'm running for City Council in Ward 5. And I'd like to thank everybody here for your support. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be getting names out. You guys are what makes it happen. You make it happen, and that's really appreciated. Thank you for all your donations. I really appreciate that. We've been to a lot of events. We've talked to a lot of people. We're scheduling more events here in the future. And I'll be calling some of you up to some of your LD meetings, and I'm going to need some people helping on home banking, and I'll be scheduling some more walks that we can be doing here in the very near future. I've got a little bit of catch up to do. We're going to be getting some signs made. All of my $10 donations that's been turned in, they're verifying it now, so hopefully we'll get our check here in about a week or so. Citywide vote, and we got to get the word out there. It's really important. If we don't get the word out there, the citywide vote, we may lose. We don't want to lose. So let's get working as a team and make it happen. Thank you.
Do any of you remember by how many votes Ben Garcia lost last time? Yeah, I think 176. I mean, it makes such a difference in the city election that we get every Republican out to vote. So just be positive that if you live in the city, you vote. Don't forget, don't lose your ballot. Let's win this election. Yeah.
There is recourse. If you lose your ballot, you can request a new one.
Yes.
So don't think you can't vote if you lose it or the dog eats it.
If your dog eats your ballot, you can get another one.
Yes.
But if you lose it, you can get another.
Get another dog.
Thank you, Pat.
I just wanted to mention one more issue that I think is going to be on the city council. I had the misfortune to be the gerrymander from Ward 3 to Ward 6, so I get Steve Kasachik, unbelievable. This is all the time. But he sent one last week begging to raise the city's spending limitations. Well, I chaired the subcommittee of the state senate in 1980 that put the spending limitations in place. And typically he lied about how it works. He's saying that we have a $50 million surplus, so it won't cost the taxpayers anything to raise their spending limit. Well, the truth is, you're supposed to take any money over the spending limit and drive down your property tax. Well, they must know that because they raised the city property tax 27.5%. They have this surplus, then they will lie to you and say, oh, it's money we already have. You're supposed to take that money and reduce the property tax rate. That's how the program works. So if that shows up on the ballot, they may roll it into that thing that we just spoke about, but let's be sure to vote down any expansion of the city spending limit. That's the only protection we have from a bunch of liberal Democrats is the state legislature controls their spending, and that's something we want to continue. I just wanted to get that message out. Thank you very much.
You're staying about 2 minutes? Okay. I have another question. How far in debt is the city pension program?
$950 million.
Almost $1 billion. Is in the hole. So for any fools to think we can raise spending, it's ridiculous. And you have a question? No. Okay. So no on any kind of spending. Mr. Dodd.
Madam Chairman, I have a point of order. Madam Chairman, fellow precinct men and women, today I rise to address a serious issue of the law. We all know that our party is the party that follows the rule of law. We take great pride in following the rule of law, and most of us would be ashamed if we did not. Well, I have a sad duty to report to you that we have violated the rule of law here in our party. You may ask, what is the rule that we have violated? I am speaking about taking and filing the loyalty oath with the Pima County Republican Recorder's Office. Arizona Revised Statute number 38233, filing oaths of record, states in paragraph B, the official oaths of elected county and elected precinct officers shall be filed of record in the office of the county recorder. We all know, or should have known, that taking the loyalty oath is required of us. And many of us know that we are also required to file our oaths with the Pima County Recorder's Office. Some of you may need a refreshment on what that loyalty oath is. Let me reiterate it to you. State of Arizona and the County of Pima, I, Thomas E. Dolly, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I have the floor.
Your time is up.
My time is not up.
Hey.
Support the Constitution.
Hey.
Excuse
Point
me.
of order.
I have a point of order and I have the floor.
What is it?
I'm making it.
Short sentence. What is it?
No, I don't need to keep it short. I can talk. Yes, I can. Point of order. Support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Arizona. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, defend them against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge those duties, the office of precinct committee according to the best of my abilities. So help me God. However, a significant number of precinct committee individuals have not taken this oath, nor have they filed it with the Pima County Recorder's Office. So you may ask, what is the harm? There is grave harm. So let's look at the penalties for not filing a recorder's office. For the purpose of this section,
This is not a call for this meeting.
it does not matter. It is a point of order.
You did
And
not
it goes
say
to the court. I did say point of order.
You were not recognized for that.
For the purpose of this section, officers and employees mean any person elected or appointed or employed either on a part-time basis.
Sit down,
Therefore, you should have no doubt in your minds that we are required to follow one of the oaths of the county recorder's office. Now that the requirement, you might ask,
Just because he's got a good voice and a microphone in his hand, if he's larger than most of us, he is out of order.
no, I'm not. In accordance with Arizona Revised Statute 38-211.